Finally, you are about to meet an attorney who has a paper that. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this is a very important message for you today, do not ignore it. Pay attention to this message. Finally, you are about to meet an attorney who has a paper that is going to take your breath away in a way you didn't expect. It will not take what belongs to you by force, but it will reveal something that has been hidden from your eyes for years. And when you read it, something in your spirit will tremble. The lines on that paper will look ordinary to others, but not to you. You will recognize the name on it. You will recognize the date. You will recognize the signature, and your heart will not be able to beat in the same rhythm again. There was something signed long ago when you were not aware. You were not present when it was written. But your name was there, sealed by the ink of someone you once trusted. You believed that no one could ever put your name on something like this without your consent, without your blessing, without your knowledge. But it was done. And now, the attorney is only the messenger. They are not the reason, but the revealer. They are not coming to hurt, but to open your eyes. You've been walking around a home that doesn't truly belong to you anymore, and you didn't know. You've been sitting at a table and sharing food with those who already knew this was coming. They nodded their heads, smiled in your face, even helped you wash the dishes, but they also whispered about the day this document would finally reach your hands. The reason you've been feeling uneasy every time you walk through that one specific hallway is because your spirit already knows. The whispering you thought was in your head? That was real. That was your discernment trying to wake you up. There's a part of your past you've been asking heaven to show you. A season you forgot. A time that seems blurry. You've prayed, cried, fasted, asking, why do I feel like something was taken from me? The answer is coming now. You weren't wrong. Something was taken. And though you were young or distracted or absent during the moment it happened, heaven never forgot. There is a divine record that cannot be erased, and that record is now echoing into your present through an earthly paper. The document is old, but its impact is new. It's legal, it's serious, and it will start a ripple of healing that begins with heartbreak. You need to prepare for this because it will feel like betrayal, but it is actually the beginning of your justice. You'll want to be angry, and that is understandable, but heaven is asking you to stay still. The paper is not your punishment. It is your answer. You have said in secret, I just wish I could know the truth. This is that truth. But it won't come with flashing signs or dramatic voices. It will come through a folded page, handed to you by someone whose name you do not recognize today. They will walk slowly. They will call your name. They may even hesitate before giving it to you, as if they too feel the gravity of what is in their hands. When it's in yours, your fingertips will feel a trembling before your eyes do. You'll sense something spiritual happening, even though everyone around you may act like this is a normal meeting. But this is not a normal meeting. This was written into your story before you even understood the value of your name. It was written so that one day, the truth would collide with your courage. And that day is almost here. Your courage must be ready to see what your emotions might not be ready to accept. But you must accept it. Not because it is fair, but because it is necessary. What has been done in secret will now meet your hands in the open. There are signatures on this paper you know very well. One will make your heart ache. One will confuse you. One will make you cry, because you remember trusting that hand. But the truth is, those signatures were not stronger than your destiny. They tried to shape your outcome, but they cannot undo what heaven has written in fire. That's why, even though this paper will seem like the end, it's only the beginning. And when the tears come, and they will, don't hide them. Those tears are not weakness. They are washing away the illusion that held you captive in false comfort. The life you thought was stable has been resting on a broken promise, and heaven is removing the false floor before it fully collapses. There's someone close to you who already knows about this paper. They have known for a while. You might even love them deeply. You've told them things. You've believed in them. But they have been carrying a silence that is louder than words. You may wonder how they slept at night knowing what they knew. But this is not the moment for vengeance. This is the moment for clarity. When their name is mentioned, your hands may shake. But you are not alone. You were never alone, not even in the moment this was first signed. The unseen forces of heaven recorded it. And while no one defended you then, now the divine court has convened. You must know that this was not random. The timing is not accidental. It is being released now because you have stepped into spiritual maturity. Before, you would have broken under the weight of this revelation. But now, you are able to see with eyes that have wept and with ears that have heard heaven. That's why the document is being released. It is not just legal. It is prophetic. The attorney may not realize it, but they are delivering more than a paper. They are delivering a prophecy. You are being positioned for a reversal. The place they tried to sign you out of, you are about to inherit in a deeper way. Not in the physical first, but in the spiritual realm. There is something bigger than the property, larger than the signatures, more powerful than the deception. And it is your name. Your true name. The name heaven calls you by. Not the name used on forms, but the name sealed in the book of truth. That name has never been owned by those who misused your trust. That name is still protected. You will be tested in this season to remain peaceful when your spirit feels provoked. You will want to scream, but you will instead whisper a prayer. You will want to slam the door, but you will instead kneel beside it. Because you are not fighting flesh. You are confronting an old transaction with a new truth. And the truth will win. It always does, though sometimes it takes years to surface. This is why some nights recently have felt unusually heavy. This is why you have woken up at odd hours, feeling someone watching you. Your spirit has been sensing the arrival of what was hidden. It is not paranoia. It is preparation. There's a child in your life, maybe not yours, but close, who will be affected by this. They may ask you questions. They may see your face change when the name is spoken. Be gentle. They are watching how you respond to what others tried to keep from you. They will learn not just from your words, but from your stillness. You are teaching them what it looks like to handle disappointment with dignity. You are showing them how light does not shout, but shines. There are conversations that will follow this. Some will come to you, trying to explain their role. Some will act like nothing happened. Others will disappear entirely. Let each one do what they must. You do not have to chase answers from those who weren't honest before. The only answer you need is in your hand, written on that paper. That is enough. And in time, more will come. You won't have to force it. The truth has a voice of its own, and it is already speaking. This moment has been long awaited in heaven. The document, the paper, the attorney, it's not about punishment. It's about restoration. But restoration begins with revelation. You cannot heal what you don't acknowledge. This is why God says, "Open your hands and receive the truth, even if it trembles your peace for a moment." Because after this, your peace will no longer be built on illusions. It will be built on the rock of what is real. There is someone you trusted who will act surprised when you bring up the paper. But don't press them. They are not ready to confess what they knew. In time, their silence will speak louder than anything they could say. And you will be okay with that. Because now, you no longer need validation from those who were part of the concealment. You have your confirmation. It is written. It is real. And it is in your hands. You were never left behind. The silence in your soul was never an accident. The waiting, the uncertainty, the quiet moments that left you wondering if anyone truly saw the storm inside your chest, all of it has been known. Every breath you drew while you walked through days that felt hollow, every whispered prayer that had no words but carried the full weight of your heart, they did not go unnoticed. Heaven has been closer to you than your shadow. Even when you sat in rooms that felt cold with betrayal, when voices said one thing and did another, when smiles masked intentions that weren't pure, you were being watched over. You were being surrounded by light, even when you couldn't see it. What was hidden from your eyes was never hidden from the eyes of the one who sees all. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. There has been a long silence around your name, but that silence is about to break. Something has been written behind your back. A signature, a document, a piece of paper holding a promise that was once meant to be yours. And now, finally, you are about to meet an attorney who has a paper that is going to take your name, your truth, your promise, and bring it back into your hands. This paper is not just ink and words, it's something spiritual. It carries not just legal meaning, but divine intention. It is connected to the prayers you cried when no one was listening. It is tied to the inheritance that was yours, long before others tried to shift it into the shadows. And you didn't even know how close it was to being returned. There is someone who has been carrying this truth quietly. Someone who found a file, opened it, and felt something shift in their spirit. They saw your name. They felt something stir, as if they were meant to find you, to hand this to you, to finish what someone else tried to bury. They may not understand why they feel so responsible for bringing it to you, but they do. And they are coming. The time for restoration is arriving. This isn't just about papers. It's about justice. About timing. About all the hidden things that were kept from you while others pretended they were doing you a favor. It's about a shift that's going to shake the very foundation of how you see your past. For so long, you tried to be kind when others weren't. You tried to forgive even when you never received an apology. You tried to keep your peace while others were feeding conflict. And now, without warning, something is turning in your favor. But it isn't luck. It's the result of a decision that has been made in the highest realm. A decision that you cannot undo and no one else can block. You may feel unprepared for what's coming. You may feel that you're not ready to be seen, to be handed something that has been delayed for so long. But you are ready. You are more ready than you know. Because you didn't ask for this breakthrough by force, you waited, and trusted, and let go when you could have grabbed. That posture is what positioned you. The attorney who is about to step into your life is being led. They don't even understand the full picture yet. All they know is that this file, this document, this sealed promise must go back into the hands of the one it truly belongs to. And it belongs to you. My child, the stillness that has been around you is not empty. It is not silence. It is not delay. It is preparation. For heaven has been watching everything. Every signed name. Every whispered sentence behind closed doors. Every step taken without your knowledge. For though you did not see it, and though your heart trembled in recent days, the eyes of the Eternal One did not blink. Not once. You wondered why the wind changed so suddenly in your life. Why you began feeling that something was closing in. Why people who once smiled seemed distant. Why your sleep grew restless and your dreams heavy. You did not imagine this. You are not mistaken. There is something about to unfold. But listen closely. It will not be your end. It will be your release. The time has come, finally, for what was hidden to come into the light. Finally, you are about to meet an attorney who has a paper that is going to take your house, your inheritance, your name, if it were not for the hand of God that already moved ahead of them. Rest your heart now. Breathe. Because what they plan to take will be given back to you with interest. Because what they tried to write into a contract of silence, heaven has rewritten with fire. There is no darkness thick enough to erase the mark of God on your life. There is no legal paper heavy enough to crush the promises He made to you. They will show you a signature. They will mention dates. They will use words that sound final. But nothing they bring can stand against the words that have already been written in heaven on your behalf. You are not just someone who walks into court. You walk with a cloud of witnesses. You walk with the authority of angels behind you. You walk with heaven's seal on your forehead. You may feel tired. You may feel like this battle has no end. But you are closer to your freedom than you've ever been. This is not a trap for your destruction. This is a trap for revelation. It is their actions that will expose them. It is their pursuit of your possession that will write their downfall. For every document they created in the dark will be brought into the hands of someone who fears God. Someone who was never part of their circle. Someone who was never on their side. An attorney they never saw coming. This attorney carries more than a legal role. They carry an assignment from God. They may appear ordinary. But when they open their briefcase, it will not be to steal from you, it will be to confirm what was stolen. It will be to confront a truth that can no longer be buried. You may have lost sleep over this. You may have paced your floor, hands over your face, asking God to show you what is going on. You may have cried with no words, just silence filling the room. But heaven heard even the silence. Every silent tear was a signature in the Spirit, calling down justice. They thought you were weak. But they forgot who walks with you. They thought you wouldn't notice what they did with your name, what they did with your property, what they did with that file. But the light is now falling on every corner they tried to hide. And what they thought would take from you will only testify for you. Do not be afraid of this paper. Do not fear this meeting. The attorney they thought was theirs is no longer in their camp. Heaven has shifted it. The person coming to meet you does not know it yet, but their soul has already been stirred by truth. Their hands will tremble when they see your face. Their conscience will burn when they hear your name. They will not be able to follow through with the original plan. You will see it in their eyes. They came for one reason, but they will stay for another. You are not alone. Even now, angels are arranging what comes next. God has gone ahead of you. This confrontation will not break you. It will crown you. You will feel your spine straighten. You will feel peace returning. You will feel like the air is clearing around you. And it is. Because the one who tried to bury your rights is being exposed. Finally, God is exposing this network of silence. The people who met without your knowledge. The conversations that excluded you. The lies written in ink. The betrayals that were sealed with signatures. Every word that was used to bend the truth is bending back on them. Because God will not allow your name to be erased. God will not allow your path to be rewritten by others. This isn't just about legal documents. This is about restoration. This is about reclaiming what was promised. What the enemy thought was paperwork is actually prophecy. And every attempt to steal from you will be the very evidence used to elevate you. Don't lose heart. Don't let the coming days frighten you. You are not walking into a courtroom. You are walking into a scene that has already been decided. The judgment is in your favor. Even if you don't yet see it. God knows the details. The forged date. The hidden page. The changed clause. It will all be revealed. You do not need to uncover it yourself. Just show up. Just trust. Just speak the truth. And heaven will do the rest. What you thought you lost, God is going to give back. But not the same. More. In unexpected ways. Through people you never imagined. Through doors you didn't knock on. You will see how heaven makes all things new. This is not revenge. This is restoration. This is not punishment. This is prophecy unfolding. What they plan to use against you is being turned into the very proof that God never left you. You may feel weary now, but hold on, joy is coming. And not just spiritual joy. Tangible breakthrough. There will be a conversation. Then another. And another. One will lead to another. A chain of events. One person will say something they weren't supposed to say. A paper will show up where it wasn't expected. A record that was hidden will be uncovered. It will seem small at first. But it will unlock everything. You are not being targeted. You are being shown the truth. This is not to harm you. It is to remove the veil that has covered the real story. You've been praying for clarity. Now you will receive it. You've been asking to know who was involved. You will soon find out. Not through confrontation, but through divine revelation. There is a date marked in heaven. You don't know it yet. But it's coming closer. And on that day, something will break open. A phone call. A visit. A paper slid across the table. a look in someone's eyes. And you will know, this is what you've been waiting for. This is the moment God warned you about, not to fear it, but to welcome it. You are not in trouble. You are in transition. From deception to truth. From fear to boldness. From loss to recovery. The shaking around you is not punishment. It is the final cracking of the walls that held you back. Something long buried is about to surface. There is a letter with your name on it. Not just from court. From heaven. It speaks of your value. Your worth. Your name. Your calling. And it has not changed, no matter what they said or did. Even now, someone is feeling the conviction of what they did. Even now, a whisper from God is entering the ears of someone who knows the truth. They thought they could ignore it. But it's growing louder. They will not be able to sleep. They will not be able to escape it. They will speak. And when they do, it will confirm everything. Finally, you are about to meet an attorney who has a paper that is going to take your name off something that was meant to be yours forever. But that paper is not stronger than the plan of God. And the meeting they planned will end in something they did not expect. You will walk out of that room lighter. Not heavier. More free. Not more bound. God says, I will not let them take from you what I gave to you. What I placed in your hands is yours. What I anointed you to carry cannot be revoked. What I assigned to your name cannot be erased by any pen, any ink, or any lie. Hold steady. Pray. Stay close to me. I am not just your shield, I am your advocate. I go before you. I rise on your behalf. I speak where you cannot. I see what you don't. And I will move through this situation until you stand in the light with everything exposed and nothing left in the shadows. You are going to be okay. Better than okay. You are going to be whole again. Secure again. Confident again. You are going to walk through your home and not feel anxiety. You are going to breathe again without weight on your chest. You are going to sit at the table and not fear the next conversation. Because the season of silence is over. Now the wind is shifting. The same way it once felt heavy, it will now feel clear. The same house that once held secrets will now hold peace. The same story that once seemed lost will now be rewritten in your favor. Just trust. Just wait. Just pray. And listen. Because heaven is already speaking. And the words are now moving faster than the lies ever did.